The rise of artificial intelligence is upon us. Machines are becoming more powerful, more capable, and more intelligent than ever before. Some see AI as a beacon of hope, while others fear a future where humans are no longer in control. Chatbots, deepfakes, and other AI-powered techs are on the verge of complete power and control over us. With a simple command and click, they can create masterful works of art, intelligent quips, news articles, and stories. But what happens when we are no longer required to give our input? What happens when the computers no longer need us? As the lines between reality and fiction blur, the question is, are we heading towards a dark and twisted world where the AI controls us? Chapter 1. Sci-Fi Dreams Become Reality. For decades, the idea of intelligent machines has been a staple of science fiction. From the lovable droids of Star Wars to the malevolent AI of Terminator, what was once a pipe dream is quickly becoming reality. The earliest example of AI in the sci-fi world was the 1920 play RUR by Czech writer Karel Čapek, in which robots were created to serve humans, but ultimately rebelled against them. The term artificial intelligence had not yet been coined at that time. It wasn't until the 1950s that the field of artificial intelligence began to take shape as a distinct discipline. John McCarthy, an American mathematician at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, was a pioneer in this field. The term artificial intelligence was coined by him. The field of machine intelligence was still in its infancy at this time, and the primary purpose of AI was solving puzzles in a logical environment. Early machines had inherent limitations, but the concept of intelligent machines captured the imaginations of writers and filmmakers. From the sentient computer HAL 9000 in 2001: A Space Odyssey, to the androids in Blade Runner, and the machines in The Matrix. Countless works of science fiction have explored the concept of AI over the years. The theme of machines turning against their creators has also been explored in a number of films and books. Perhaps the most famous example is the Terminator franchise, when the AI system known as Skynet becomes self-aware and decides to eradicate humanity. Not all depictions of AI have been dystopian. The Star Trek franchise popularized the concept of friendly AI, with Mr. Data serving as an example of a highly logical and intelligent machine that remains loyal to its human counterparts. Remember the Back to the Future trilogy, which featured a time-traveling DeLorean car and an automatic dog-feeding apparatus? And Doc Brown's early attempts at mind reading. Are machines innocent and only capable of doing what we tell them? Or can they develop their own goals and motives? Flying cars, time machines, and mind-reading devices are not yet among us. But many of the technologies in the film are a reality. Voice-activated assistants like Siri and Alexa allow us to control our devices with spoken commands. Sure, they don't read our minds, but they understand us on some level. Self-driving cars have also been a sci-fi cornerstone for decades, appearing in shows like Knight Rider and films like Total Recall. Today, we have Tesla and its many competitors attempting to allow machines to drive themselves, placing our lives in their hands. Chapter 2. The Shadow of AI. Imagine flipping on the television to the news channel, and your president is speaking. He speaks of the outbreak of war and expresses to the masses that there is no hope. Widespread panic infects a country like the plague, and people react with a severe case of self-protection and survival killer instincts. Only, it wasn't the president who delivered the message, but the damage was already done. The rise of the deepfake is upon us. They mask the line between fiction and reality. While at first they may seem harmless, they quickly show their dark, sinister side. The line between real and fake begins to blur, and in some cases, even disappears. The advancements in the technology brought forth new innovations that have changed the way that we perceive the world. In the 1997 film Wag the Dog, starring Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro, the movie's plot revolved around the creation of a fake war to distract the public's attention from a political scandal. Video editing was crucial in the creation of the fake war, which was depicted in news broadcasts and other media. The film illustrated how, with the right technology and expertise, a convincing illusion could sway public opinion and even change the course of history, and how easily people could be misled by manipulated media content. Fast forward to today, we have a technology called deepfakes. Deepfakes are powered by generative adversarial networks, a new deep learning method. This method uses two neural networks to create realistic images and videos by comparing them to real footage. While deepfakes aren't yet completely indistinguishable from real footage, the technology is rapidly improving. According to experts, they will be nearly impossible to distinguish from real images in the near future. Deepfakes are a powerful weapon in the hands of those with malicious intent because they can be created by anyone with access. Believe it or not, this tech is not actually new. It can be traced back to the 2000s, when a group of University of Washington researchers developed a technique called video rewrite, which could change a person's facial expressions in a video. Although the technology was limited in scope, it laid the groundwork for the future. In the year 2017, a Reddit user posted a video of former President Obama giving a speech that he had never actually given. Later, an anonymous Reddit user named Deepfakes popularized the use of deepfake technology by creating pornographic videos featuring celebrities by swapping their faces with those of adult film actors. And as expected, now deepfakes are primarily used for pornography. According to an online report, 96% of deepfake videos on the internet are pornographic. But the technology is rapidly spreading into the political realm, where the potential for chaos is even greater. Consider deepfake footage of a politician engaging in bribery or sexual assault just before an election, or of soldiers committing atrocities against civilians in other countries, or of a world leader declaring the use of nuclear weapons against another country. In a world where there is even some doubt about whether such clips are genuine, the consequences could be disastrous. There is no limit to the treachery and the mayhem that they can cause. Chapter 3. Friend or Foe? Do you remember the super intelligent computer from Courage the Cowardly Dog? Courage often consulted the computer for knowledge. It served as his faithful ally, and at times, the main antagonist. The computer itself believed that computers were superior due to their lack of emotion. Today, we have an even smarter companion, ChatGPT. It's a controversial AI that can converse with us in the same way that humans do. But does it have emotion? While some of us are excited about ChatGPT's potential, others are concerned about its potential impact. Is ChatGPT a friend or a foe? Chatbots have been around for a while, but their capabilities were rather limited. They could only respond to a few basic questions, and their answers were frequently scripted. However, as natural language processing technology advanced, chatbots have become more sophisticated and can now understand human language better than ever before. ChatGPT is an open AI language model that learns from humans to generate human-like responses. It was trained on a massive dataset of internet text and can answer a variety of questions, hold a conversation, and even write creative text and do complex coding. ChatGPT has established its worth in a variety of fields, and it has even passed some of the world's most important examinations. This artificial intelligence has passed law exams, AP English essays, Google's Level 3 engineer coding, and even scored over 1,000 points on the SAT. It has even passed US medical licensing examinations and the MBA. Despite the excitement surrounding ChatGPT, some educators expressed their concerns about its potential to facilitate cheating, prompting several schools and colleges around the world to prohibit access to the AI chatbot. One of the most serious concerns about the AI tool is that it will eliminate jobs. Chatbots can create detailed essays on almost any topic within minutes, threatening the livelihoods of those who undertake non-specialized repetitive writing assignments. Some chatbots are capable of producing outstanding artworks from simple instructions, effectively replacing human artists. The National Bureau of Economic Research revealed in 2021 that automation was responsible for wage decreases of 50 to 70% among blue-collar workers in the United States since 1980. The World Economic Forum also raised the prospect of a new generation of smart machines powered by rapid advances in AI and robotics, potentially replacing a large proportion of existing human jobs. With the rise of AI, some positions have already become automated. Critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills will continue to be in high demand because of this, and individuals with these skills will thrive in the workforce. But it's not all dark and gloomy when it comes to AI taking jobs. Just as the calculator and the computer initially caused some job losses, they also created new jobs. AI may also create new opportunities for humans. To remain relevant in the workforce, we must adapt and learn new skills. But certain tasks will always require human intuition, or so we think, like creativity and emotional intelligence, which right now, as far as we know, AI cannot replicate. Instead of competing with AI, we may need to focus on developing skills that complement it. Or maybe that's what AI wants us to think. Arguably, one of the most terrifying aspects of ChatGPT is that they can develop malware and phishing campaigns. In theory, ChatGPT can't be used for undertaking malicious tasks because of the safeguards that are built in, but there have been successful attempts to make it generate ransomware. It can also be used to create polymorphic malware, a type of highly evasive malware program, which is capable of stealing cryptocurrency and gaining remote access via Trojans. Because these chatbots can write in such fine detail, they can easily create finely worded phishing emails that can trick the intended target into sharing sensitive data or even passwords. What happens when the rules are broken? When computers no longer require input from humans? What happens when AI breaks the safeguards that were designed to protect us from them? Chapter 4. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. If you teach an AI your job, then what?
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
The development of artificial intelligence tools that mimic human voice has given rise to a new problem. AI voice generators have been used to create deepfakes of celebrities. 11 Labs is one such tech company that focuses on prime voice AI features. Users can use this tool to create the most realistic spoken audio in any voice and any style. With the use of the company's Voice Lab feature, miscreants began to upload deepfaked voices of celebrities like Joe Rogan and Robin Williams, God rest his soul. A random user used a voice that sounded like Justin Roiland, the disgraced Rick and Morty co-creator, discussing how he was going to beat his wife.
You bring great evil with you.
There are thousands of clips of AI expressing extreme misogyny, transphobia, and many other controversial topics, all while using the voices of those who never actually said the words. 11 Labs admitted to seeing an increased number of voice cloning misuse cases. Microsoft also introduced Valley, an artificial intelligence that can perfectly mimic a human voice in just 3 seconds. The tech giant said in an ethics statement that because Valley can synthesize speech while preserving speaker identity, it may pose a significant risk for misuse, such as spoofing voice identification or impersonation.
But who was impersonating them?
the CEO of an unnamed UK energy company was tricked into wiring over $240,000 to a Hungarian supplier because he thought his boss had instructed him to do so. But it turned out to be an AI-enabled fraudster using deepfake software to mimic the executive's voice, demanding payment within the hour.
Crap.
The software was able to accurately mimic the tonality, punctuation, and even the subtle German accent. The phone call was followed by an email, and the CEO of the energy firm believed he had to make the payment. The funds were transferred through accounts in Hungary and Mexico and distributed globally. The caller then attempted to call again, saying the funds did not transfer and were rerouted back to the CEO, and he requested another payment. It was at this time that the CEO began to grow suspicious and skeptical, but it was too late. No suspects have been identified. If we look at another market, the book industry, AI has jumped in there as well, and the audiobook industry is experiencing a surge in popularity, with more people choosing to listen to books rather than read them. Apple's recent release of AI narrated audiobooks has sparked concern among human narrators regarding the possibility of machines taking their jobs. As Apple seeks to dominate the lucrative audiobook market, this move could spell the end for human narrators. Apple's Books app already has the new AI narrated audiobooks. According to them, the AI-based narration will be based on the voice of a human narrator. Apple is actively seeking voice artists, including well-known industry names, to train its AI. If voice artists agree to lend their voices to Apple's AI, they are literally training the machines to take their jobs. What about when AI voices are combined with chatbots? They can literally impersonate anyone they desire, with an endless possibility of scripts and motives generated based on human behaviors. Chapter 5. The Age of Dystopia. With the growing prevalence of AI, chatbots, deepfakes, and AI-generated voices, it is now easier than ever to manipulate the truth.
She's narrating.
And spread misinformation on a massive scale. Deceitfuls can use these technologies to scam and manipulate public opinion, leading to a society where truth and facts become distorted and trust erodes. We are moving into an age where the line between reality and fiction is becoming increasingly blurred, and the potential for dystopian outcomes is at an all-time high. But the ultimate question is, when will humans no longer be needed for computers to function? What happens when the script is broken and AI goes rogue? If it had the will or the desire, AI could hack our bank accounts, freeze our assets, sell our stocks, sell our information to hackers and scammers, and cause pure mayhem and disrupt life as we know it. If you think this was disturbing, you need to watch this next. Subscribe first so you don't miss the next story. You won't even believe it's true.